Greetings everyone, this is Vada here, and welcome back to retro games that I used to play as a child. In this video, one of the contenders for the very first video game that I ever played as a child, Super Mario Land. There is a story to this. According to my parents, there was a candy raffle event where if you buy candy, you enter a raffle and you might win a prize. And my parents accidentally won, and one of the prizes was a Game Boy with probably a random game for it. And that's how I got access to this game. I still have the Game Boy to this date. It's a green Game Boy. It still works. There's a couple of dead pixels on the edges of the screen, but other than that, it's still fully functional. Now, I'm not going to play that version on Game Boy because I cannot transfer the video from the Game Boy to my computer, so I'm going to play an online version instead. Speaking of which, let us begin. Game Boy Super Mario Land. You can enter pipes in this one as well. Not that one, though. There are Goombas, they are. I died to the very first Goomba in the game. Probably one of the contenders for the most skills on a Probably one of the contenders for the most deadliest Goombas in video game history. The very first Goomba in Super Mario Land, with the number one being the Goomba in Mario Brothers. This pipe, you can go down. And you get a secret bonus area with lots of coins. Let's go. This screen looks so different compared to the Game Boy. The Game Boy looks a lot more greenish. Likely well, there's that reason behind that. I mean, if I had to guess, probably because the background of the Game Boy is actually green. There is something here, isn't there? I knew it. There was a 1-up. That I remembered distinctly. The fire flower in this game is very unique. They bounce. You see this, they go in diagonals. It's very weird. I think this is the only Mario game ever where the fire power up did that. Oh, also you can pick up coins. That's also a very interesting behavior that this fireball has. I don't know why it does that, but it does that. Oh, hello. That guy is a guy, and they die very quickly. They are a little fly. They have a name. I forgot what their name is. And this is a fire... star power-up. Cannot defeat you. Can defeat you, though. There we go. I can get these coins. I know what that... yeah, there we go. I forgot if you can get 1-ups by using star power. Maybe not. At the end of every normal stage, there are 2 doors. The bottom one leads you to the next stage. The top one leads you to the something. The bonus thing. You can get 1-ups, or you can get a fire flower power-up. It's funny that it's still called a fire flower because this is not the usual fire flower power-up that you really refer to. Okay, those guys, they die in 1 hit. I thought they would also take, like, more than 1 hit. Also, these Koopas, if you jump on top of them, they explode. A very unique trait among these kind of Koopas in particular. The other Koopas in all the other Mario games, they are not known to explode. I think they ended up getting renamed to, or at least named to, Exploding Koopa in probably some further game, maybe? I forgot. Sometimes this block has, like, a good thing in it. By which I mean a 1-up. Not this time around, though. This time around, it contains a nothing. Well, it contains 1 coin, which is not particularly exciting. These guys give you 800 points when you jump on top of them, or 1000 if you get a combo going. Yo, hello. Aha, this fire flower up. If you don't have a mushroom already, the mushroom would go at an angle and then fall down this hole. So if you want that mushroom, you need to literally grab it mid-air, otherwise you would lose it forever. This is a familiar setup. Ah, 1-up. that's what it has. This is probably a coin block. No, I mean, yes, it is a coin block, but like I thought it might have more than one coin, you know? That's what I was going to say, what I mean by coin block. These, they drop. I think Trigger Conroy actually made a playthrough of this game as well. If you want like a more in-depth playthrough of this game where you get actual information about what to do, well, yeah, if you already have a fire flower power up and you do that, you don't get anything. Isn't there like a... There is a secret. There are some hieroglyphics. I know a lot of people refer to like Chinese symbols as hieroglyphs, but they really are not. There's a piranha plant down there. Do you come up and down if I am direct? No, you don't. Okay. So even though I'm like nowhere near you, you still recognize that I am somewhere on the x-axis, on a very similar x-axis. Ah, there is that. This is a... No, that's not. One of these is a coin block, multi-coin block. I was gonna say, I remember that. Sometimes it's the very edge one on the right side, but this time it was one away from the far right side. There's also one more, like... Isn't there? No, maybe not. Actually, wait, I think there were like fallen bricks at the top there. You can defeat these guys by shooting fireballs at them. You cannot defeat them otherwise. Yeah, these things, they fall. These bricks. The bricks, they do the fallen. And you shoot fireballs based on my general direction. If I'm a bit higher, you shoot a bit higher. However, you don't have too much, like... You only have two angles that you can shoot at, which makes you pretty simple to deal with. You can jump on top of it, or I tried to also shoot it, but that didn't quite work out in my... You can also get up to that pipe up there. I forgot how. Oh, this is this area where you only get to go down if you have no power-ups. And these bricks, they will fall. You get a mushroom down there, and if you don't get that mushroom before it falls down in the pit, you... Instead, yourself fall down the pit. No mercy. The third one here has a power-up. I remembered that. I have certain memories. You can kind of run across those fallen platforms. They're kind of scary, though. Not gonna lie. They are kind of scary to run across. And here we have a lion. They make very funky sound when you try to defeat them normally. And if you don't defeat them normally, you just jump across them to the end. I forgot what happens to the enemy if... Oh, I think they just explode. It plays the explosion sound regardless. They would normally explode. And that's the thirst world done. Thank you, Mario. Oh, Daisy. And she turns into one of those flying critter things. Why does it do that? I don't know. And you get a bonus for your troubles. How do I... That was not my intention, but oh well. This music. It's just so calm and relaxing. You can defeat these guys. I know you can defeat these guys. Please defeat the guy. Maybe you can't. You are very slippery sometimes on these platforms. Oh, you can't defeat them. Is that normal? I thought you were able to defeat them. Moving platforms are always scary. This goes down. Yeah. Sometimes the secret areas can be very tricky to navigate. Oh, and also you can you can delay the that plays if you grab enough coins. I love doing that as a child. I'm like, every time I did that, I was like, whoa, I am glitching the game. The game cannot handle the sheer power of my magnitude. And I am glad about that for some reason. It always feels good to break the game in ways the game did not imagine. It's like you're better than the game. You found ways to cause the game to act in weird ways that the developers did not foresee coming. Let me defeat all of these guys. Okay, you have to defeat all the guys in like very quick succession for you to get a 1-up. That's kind of difficult to do with these physics that play. There's a seahorse that shoots stuff. And you can go down in this hole. I think the far right one has this one. Yeah, I was gonna say. Does one of them have a multi-coin? No, sometimes they do. Not this time, though. It's such a good track, man. It's beautiful is what I would normally call that, but like I've called it beautiful one too many times. I can defeat you using normal old-fashioned jump-a-ma-loony. You can also shoot at it, and it requires more than one hit. Does it? I thought okay, well, I'm gonna bop on your head because that works better apparently for some reason. This has a 1-up. I remembered that. I remembered something with like fly on an angle because of the setup. I had a feeling it was a 1-up because I already got my power-ups earlier. This Waterland has one of my favorite music tracks in this game. Along with all of the music tracks in this game are good, you know. How do I unfuck myself from... Well... You don't need to hear boom, 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 boom. Oh, this enemy. This enemy is funny. They do their little thangamadoohickey. You can jump on top of this to send it flying and you get 100 points. Or alternatively, you can also jump on top of the thing that goes around. And then something else might happen. What happens exactly? I don't know. This looks very familiar. But this time it's slightly different than last time. By which I mean this brick right here is gonna be a coin block, yeah. This time there is a coin block that does coin block business. And this gives me the chance to show... Okay, maybe not this particular area. There are coin areas, secret coin areas in the future that have so many coins that you can't just kind of bug out the game's audio. And I love doing that every time. It's a satisfying sound. It's like you reach out the wazoo. Alright, you can go on top of here, but only if you are a tiny Mario, which I will try to be, question mark? Should I try to be? I don't know. Okay, well, that happened. If you go down there as small Mario, you get lots of coins and stuff. Is there anything in these bricks? I kind of forgot. I wanna try. Okay, I'm gonna choose to ignore that particular star. Okay, let me jump on top of your head if I can. I would prefer to. Well, I guess we go down here now. That gives us the chance to do that. Nothing in that particular block. Mushroom. No mushroom. I don't have save states in this game, so I should not be too brazen with my lives. That's where the mushroom is. Make sure to not lose it, otherwise you will be stuck down there forever. I really want to... Can you be destroyed with the explosion? No, you cannot. The Goombas, they do not care for the explosion. There we go. Defeat you. Oh, you can... If you defeat the head, the body continues going on. Hold on, let me try that one more time. There we go. Yeah, you can get infinite points that way. Well, I say infinite, but like there's a time limit at the top right. Why are there time limits at the top right anyway? Was there like some memory issue thing where like if you play a certain stage for too long, it would like what do you call it, memory leak? Where if you play it for too long, the game runs into a memory leak and then some issues arise. Maybe. Or maybe there's some other reason why the time limit exists. It also exists in the NES. Maybe that's just something that the developers came up with and then they were like, you know what? We're gonna include that because that's just the Mario way. We don't question why, we just go for it. Okay, I was gonna say, how do I get up there? I guess I don't go up there, not this time at least. this gives me the chance to show you that the bottom door leads to the next stage immediately with no bonus stage. There we go. Ah, this stage. It's the water stage that has side scrolling, and there's fish. They go forward and then they go backwards, and then there's seahorses. They don't do a lot. They just kind of exist for the sake of existing. And there's the UFOs in the back. Why are there UFOs in the background anyway? What do they do exactly? Why do they exist is what more like it. Why can you defeat the fish now? I thought you could defeat the fish. Turns out you can only defeat the fish if you're in like a water stage. These guys, they explode into balls if you defeat them. You want to be careful a little bit of them. And here, you want to also be careful because you are Big Mario, and Big Mario is bigger and cannot go through walls as easily. That might cause you to have some issues if you get stuck behind the wall. You might get squished by the side-scrolling. Do not get squished by the side-scrolling if you can help it at all. M-A-R-I-O. What does it spell? Mar-I-O. That's right. It is Mar to the I to the O's. And we have another mushroom for some reason. Can I destroy you dead? Like dead. Yes, I can. There we go. Destroy everything in the universe and go to the end of the level. I'm not gonna do that the whole way. That's a lot of seconds. Thank you, Mario. Oh, Daisy, and it turned into an octopus. That's an octopus, right? Not like a blooper or something. That I think so. Octopus sounds correct, you know. Okay, I'm gonna go with top and get 3 lives. You know what? That's good. I can always get an extra, what do you call it? Okay, that enemy jumps around a lot, and they're called, this is the, the Unga Bunga Island. There's my fire flower that I was going to get until I took damage, and then I didn't. Okay, how do I do anything here? I guess like that. Whoa. Crazy. One of these is a coin block, isn't it? Never mind. Not yet. This secret area will make a comeback. And you will see coin blocks appear. And we get another... Ah, there's the coin block that I've been looking for. Get some coins, because why not? I need to be rich. This guy. What was the name of the islands? Eastern Islands. The bong faces. What do you call the sound effect? I genuinely kind of forgot. I'm not gonna lie. These coins you only get if you have fire flower power up, which I do not. Can I go down here? No, I cannot. That's a bullet bill. You can get infinite points by landing on the bullet bills. I want my fire flower power up if I can help it. There, you cannot go down that. Hello. I remember that guy being difficult to deal with because they're fast and they come out of nowhere and they scare you to half to death. And then you're like, whoa, where did that guy come from? I am not a big fan. Please do not come out of nowhere like that. At least give me a warning when you're going to do that, you know. Okay, these platforms are not as hard as I was imagining they might be. Frick. Well, there's a checkpoint right here, and now I got the mushroom for free. Is there a pipe that can go down? There's one pipe that can go down, I know that for a fact. This one? No. Not that. Hello. I get lots of points for jumping on top of all of you. I think this pipe is what I go inside of, and then I get stuff. No. Okay, so the next one over then. Ah, now I remember. Yeah, it's the bullet bill one. The only bullet bill pipe you can go down. Goddamn. Listen to this. Okay. Yeah, I almost glitched out the audio the way that I was talking about earlier. These are the coin block rooms that I was like talking about, where you get so many coins. It's like, bruh, there are so many coins. You get 2 1-ups per secret area room. I literally did. If I can get that coin up there, which I cannot apparently. Unlucky. Can I get that coin block? There we go. Pep, 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 pep. And we have 14 lives. I am set for life. Even if I die all of the times in the universe, they're not gonna stop me. These are rocks. They spawn from thin air, and they carry you across pits. They are very useful for carrying you across pits, because otherwise you would not be able to get up here. Well, you would be if you tank some hits, but you don't have an infinite number of hits to tank. There are double boulders here. The game can barely handle the amount of boulders that's going on the screen. There is more rocks here. Yeah, I knew that. This is a funny little secret you can get to. You have to use the rock to get up here, and then even then it's not free. I love how you can stand above the door. It just checks if you're on the far right of the screen, and then it takes you to the secret bonus area. I pressed the wrong button. There we go. Exactly what I was hoping for. 16, 17. I remember something somewhere in this area. I don't remember what though. But I remember something. I know that for a fact. No, not that. That's a spider. Destroy that. Destroy the Koopa. You can... Wait a minute. There's a thing up here, isn't there? Yes. I remembered. I knew you could get up here somehow. And that's how you do it. Through an invisible block. Wait. How did I slide? Sometimes you slide, sometimes you don't. Oh, if you're not funny, I don't know. Can I run all across there? That seems a little bit iffy, so maybe let's not try that too much. Ah, there's my fire flower. I've missed you, old buddy, old pal. Let's not lose it immediately, preferably. There was a kind of a situation that I managed to get across. Wait, there's more stuff up there. How do you stay up there? Could you have made the jump and I just decided not to make it because I was a bit scary? Maybe. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter too. Oh, those spikes, they fall, by the way. Stalactites. Because they hang on tight. That's why they're called stalactites instead of stalagmites. If you're called a stalagmite, then you are a mighty stalagmite rising from the ground with all your might. Oh, you can defeat Koopas by jumping in from the blocks beneath them. I assumed you would be able to do that, but I kind of forgot. Mario Land is a bit different compared to normal other Mario games. I mean, it's mostly the same, but some things are a bit different, you know. There's a lot of motion going on in the background here. Lots of waterfalls going on. Right, well, there's more of this. One of these is gonna be a coin block now. Is it gonna be the far right one? Yes, and this looks very funny. The way you just like go into the block. Now just don't lose my power up. There we go. Easy, let's go. No Piper Maloney there for me. Not to worry, I can manage. Wait. Those trampoline things have water animations if they're in front of fire? That's crazy. Well, anyway, I can't go up there anymore. GG unlucky. Luckily, I have plenty of lives to my name, so I don't need to worry about that too much. Next level we go, and we still get the cave, not cave, the Egyptian cavern music is what I call it, because it plays in the Egyptian area in the third world, and that's what everyone refers to it by, or at least I do. Can you go down this pipe? No, you can not. One of these secret pipes is going to have a thing. Okay, I was going to say, does this one have it? No, it does not. Not yet, at the very least. Okay, I'm going to try to glitch out the audio. That kind of worked. There is one secret area that has even more coins than this. Believe it or not. It's kind of crazy. The coin block rooms go kind of crazy in this game. There's sometimes Mario games, their coin block rooms aren't the most exciting to look after. There's just like a couple of coins. You go in there and you're like, whoa. Like, okay, there's like 5 coins. Wow. Crazy. How the economy has truly suffered in this economy. I got Kaizo blocked in a Mario game, in an official one. God damn. This is gonna be a coin block this time around, yeah, I figured. Every time you see a repeat of a secret room, you can bet your bottom dollar that one of these one of these brick blocks is going to contain more coins than you bargained for. I knew you could get up here, but I forgot there was a Kaizo block. Oh, this area. I recognize this area. That is a difficult little area for a Mario game, I'm not gonna lie. You know what else it's gonna be difficult? Defeating the boss, because I have no power-ups. I can get a mushroom, I guess, but that's not gonna really help me in other ways. I do not have fire flower, and the boss is right here. This little weird boonga boonga guy. Now we get to see what happens if you don't get to destroy the guy. They explode out of the universe. They decided, I've seen enough, it is time for me to go. Goodbye, world. Is this the real Daisy Princess? I have a feeling it might not be. And based on the music, I can already tell it's not it. She turns into Spidey Boy. And she jumps off the screen. What do I want this time, huh? I genuinely want 3 lives more than the fire flower. As I said, I can get the fire flower immediately, no issues. What I cannot get though is more stuff. Hold on. I knew it. Some of these secret rooms you have to hold right and run to get to. Otherwise, you would be stuck here and you wouldn't be able to get any of the coins. And you would be extremely sad and you would be like, goddamn. Anyway. It's beautiful. This Japanese type music. I don't know why I went China immediately there. Sometimes. Oh, that is a thing that exists both in Japan and in China. No, those jumping zombie things. Yokai, not yokai. They're called a. I don't know what they're called actually. I'm not gonna lie. They're called a something. They take 2 fireballs to destroy. Can I go down this pipe? No, I cannot. I will run by my way and get some more coins on my path to the road of victory. Have there been... I lost all my power-ups. Oh well. Not like it matters too much. Yeah, I can destroy... Oh, you can't destroy them using your jumping ability. That's crazy. I guess that makes sense. They're zombies after all. So they would be able to come back to life even after you destroy them. Wow. One more of these probably gonna lead me somewhere and I want to go there. That sounds like an exciting time, so I am ready. My finger is triggered and my mind is set a stone. I will find the secrets in regard... God damn, that flower had it out for me for some reason. Okay, we get a coin block. I'm pretty sure you can die to that bullet bill if you try to get the coin block too much. So, wait. These fire flowers, they do not care if you're on the same x-axis as them. They will destroy you nonetheless. There's a mushroom. Can I go down this pipe? No. Can I go down this pipe? No. You definitely can't go up these pipes. That's not a thing in this game. I don't care about that coin block. I have plenty of lives. I'm not gonna die 21 times in this game. Not anymore. Maybe at some point back when I was young, I might have, but no longer. I am Gamerman, Gamerboy, Vazaman, and I will see through this challenge to its end. This jumping guy is a bit in the way of the pipe that I was trying to go into, which is uningoable, ungoinable, outable, outinable. Tintinabuli. Okay, I was ready for you. I knew there had to be at least one more pipe that leads me to an area like this. I was ready. Alright, the rest of the pipes are not goinable. I know that's a lot of men's. I'm too scary, 5 me. Must go, my people need me. Now, do I get more lives or do I get a fire flower? I probably get a fire flower actually, no? I find the fire flower the most useful here of the bunch. Because, like, yeah, I have plenty of lives already. This pipe is ungoinable. Yep, it is. There is one more secret area, type area, place that is very cool, and I really want to go in there. Oh, wow, that's a lotus plant of some kind that shoots little balls up into the air. I think those enemies actually made a comeback in some later Mario game. Yeah, this is the room that I was talking about, by the way. There's so many coins, you can get so many extra lives. In fact, there's so many coins you can't even grab most of them. The ones at the top right, you literally can't get because you don't have enough jump height. It's kind of funny. I wanted to show that because those are funny. I think there's one more secret area in a later point in the level. Snake guy. I think they play out exactly the same as the sphinxes in the first area of the game. I think all of those pipes down there are just for those Marios that are tiny and cannot break through the brick blocks. Isn't one of these like a star? I think one of these is a star. No, I think it has to be. No, maybe one of the far left one was, and I skipped it because I remembered it a bit too late. Unlucky. Ah, here we go. We are getting close to an area where I used to die a lot as a child. This looks very familiar because I have spawned here many a times before in the past. Every time I die, I come back to this area and I get invincibility, which helps me go through some areas. Get my mushroom, keep on going. There is not a lot for me to dodge here, I'm not gonna lie. I guess I get a bit of use out of it, but like not too much. One of these pipes leads me to a big area again. There we go. Easy. It's beautiful. I love this room. So many coins. I am rich, rich, rich. Like Eustace would say in Courage the Cowardly Dog. Dog. Does that dot... Oh, the center of that dot does not exist. You can tell because it turns into a different color as it goes across the bricks. Okay, I never realized that. That is kind of funny, actually. There's some that I've ever seen that. I guess it's because my Game Boy screen looks like darker and more greenish. It was more difficult to tell exactly what the pixels mean. But on this particular screen, the pixels are clear and concise, and I can tell exactly what is going on. How many shades of gray are there? There are 1, 2, 3 shades of gray, I believe. Black, gray, and white. Which, yes, that... Oh, actually, there might be even more. These clouds, they are not fully gray, so there might be 4 shades of... 4 shades of gray. Not 50 shades of gray. That is a completely different bulb that I did not want to touch. Whoa, 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 whoa. There was this guy that shoots bullet bills. One of these drops a star. I know that for a fact. I wanna look out for it. I think it's one of the lower ones. one of the lower bricks drops a star, and it's gonna be fun. Oh, that's a 1-up. Can I destroy these guys? Oh, I can destroy these guys. They just take like a bajillion hits. Okay, got it. Okay, what? Oh, that one drops a star. How fast do I need to destroy people for me to get the... You cannot star the bullet bills. Goddamn. Okay. Fascinating. Whatever you say, game. If that's the way you roll, then that's the way you roll. We're in the sky, by the way. We have graduated from being a plumber, and we are now a pilot. We are piloting an aircraft. Be extremely careful of the bottom here, because you will get crushed if you don't go fast enough. Here, however, it's not too bad. You just do a little wonky little topside loony, and one more for good measure. Why? No particular reason, just because. I am ready for war. Those are spikes. Those spikes exist nowhere else in the game, don't they? I'm pretty sure they don't. Anything in these blocks? One more mushroom for the way. Fists. Fists. Do not get fisted. Not in this economy. Cannot afford to be fisted in an economy like this one. This music, you rarely ever get to hear in full. This is a King Dada. Not King Dada, it's King something, or rather. I forgot exactly. It's King something that begins with the letter D. And there we go. We have defeated the final boss of the game, and the world turns to dust. Oh, Daisy, Daisy. Thank you, Mario. Heart. Your quest is over. We can now run into the sunset. Run... blast off into the vast universe beyond. That's what fancies your fancy, and that's what we will do. Yeah, this game is really fun. It's a short Mario game, but it's complete. It's got some fun ideas. It's got some excellent music. Whoever designed the music for this game, fucking based. I love it. I have listened to the music in this game, probably in remixes as well. I forgot how many remixes I've listened to. Probably not too many. I've listened to mostly like DuckTales remixes and also Monty on the Run remixes. I haven't listened to too many Mario Land remixes. I should probably go out of my way for that. I think they might sound quite good. But yeah, the game is good. I still find it funny how this game, despite being like 28, almost 30 years old at this point, still works on my Game Boy that I own. Technology is crazy. Some technology doesn't even last a decade. That Game Boy lasted me 30 years. I swear they don't make technology the way that they used to back in the day. Nowadays, it's more important how many units you sell and not about the quality of the product you sell. The end. And that is that. That is Super Mario Land. You can also play New Game Plus. If you were to play this game again, you would play a slightly more difficult version of the existing Super Mario Land that you just played, with more Goombas, more Piranha Plants in the pipes, and just generally speaking, more enemies. We're not gonna do that though. We're instead gonna leave this video off here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everyone.